hand, or you can put your questions in the chat box, or you can ask us to unmute you, and definitely we will be more than happy to solve all your queries. This session is very, very important for all of you, because we have now decided that we will be accepting applications only through our portal. So it is just a question of 5 minutes. It will take just 5 minutes to add your student details and to upload all the documents. This is, of course, in benefit of you only, because there are, as I said, like there are lots of benefits which we will be explaining in the later part of the webinar. But mainly the very important benefit is that when you add student in our portal, you will be getting updates for each and every stage, which means like, once you have added the documents and student information, if there is any missing information or there is any additional requirement from the school side, the very first stage is like, additional documents required or not. So if we will update from here, like there are additional documents required, immediately you will be receiving an email from our portal, automatic email, that these are the additional documents that are required. And if not, then also you will be receiving an email that there are no additional documents and the file has been submitted. The file has been submitted to the school. So this is how, on changes of each and every deal stage, you will be having the updates. Like once the documents has been sent to the school, you will come to know like, okay, your student file has been sent to the school. If any interview has been received, you will be getting the notification. Whether the student has been accepted or not, you will be getting the notification. So which means like altogether we are having more than 20 deal stages. So at each and every deal stage, you will be notified about the progress of your student, and you need not to ask your respective PRM, like partner relationship manager, every now and then, like what is the update of my student and where my student file is exactly. So this is the main benefit. Like, you also don't need to call every now and then, and likewise you'll be having all the updates. So I request all of you to be, very careful during this webinar and to see each and every details very minutely, because I know like, many of us, we are very busy in our schedule and we don't have time, or many of us have manpower limitations and all those things. But as I said, like, hardly it takes 5 minutes to add the student, and that's it, because we are not asking for too much of the information. So it is very easy, very user friendly, and it is in benefit of you only if you will be adding student through the portal. So, okay, now I will be handing the session to my colleague, Dolly, and she will be taking forward from here. She will be explaining you everything in detail. And as I said, like whatever queries or concerns you are having, you can type in the chat box your queries. And if not, then at the end of the webinar, you can always raise your hand or you can unmute yourself and you can ask the questions. We will be very happy to solve all your questions. Okay, so now I will be making a host my colleague, and she will take it forward from here. So Dolly, please take it forward from here.
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. Welcome to this webinar. And here I'm going to present this one. So, let's start. I'm sharing my screen for the better presentation. So, allow me a moment, please. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, Dolly, it is visible. Please continue.
Okay. So first of all, if we are precisely saying that we have to use agent panel, and we have especially made this tool to all our associates just to make this tool a user friendly one, to mitigate the time limitation and the efforts they were putting in while sending the files through emails and taking follow-ups through that PRMs and each and everything. So we have made our mind to create something which will give you a live details whenever you are needed, just on a single click at your portal. So here I would let you go through with few of the major benefits of our Asian panel. So first one is speedy application processing with profile evaluation and document verification, which means that now you no need to worry about and no need to send your files through emails, too many to and fro's. Simply you can add your application in one go and you can get each and everything verified from there only. The another thing which we have implemented, likewise you don't need to call or need to send SMS to your partner relationship managers. So we have implemented a live chat session in agent panel itself, wherein if you need any such quick information, you can always write there and you can get that respective information either through chat, and if that is in offline working hours, then you will get your answer of your query through emails. The other thing, that this is the all-in-one handles platform, so you can access the program information or the options which you would like to give to your students. You can find them easily. Another thing, that you can apply your student, as I said, that you can apply your students based on their choice. So we have created a functionality wherein if suppose your student is asking for multiple schools to be applied in, you can do that in a single applications. So I will just go all you through in a very detailed manner. However, just we will discuss the benefits. Another thing, that if you want to, as I said, that you can apply your student with a single application in different schools, different countries and the different courses. Apart from that, we assure our partners that the application which we will get to submit to the schools, that we will do within an hour if we receive your application. The another thing, we have created your own agent dashboard, so whenever you need to track your own performance, your own applications, you can check that at one place itself. We have also created one section here which is very important. So if we are having any offers, if we are having any time bound scholarship, we can say, or a different updates from school or for our industry, you can always get from the news center section. We have also created one section which is called marketing material. Here you will get all the newsletters, brochures of respective courses or schools, and videos if required. We will also sharing our webinar and our training sessions video also in this particularly portal, specifically categorized in different country, in different schools, and there are basically segmented things, so there's nothing to worry about to find out the things. You need to just simply click on a specific segment and all the information is accessible at a one or two clicks. And one more and major benefits to our partners, as we have collaborated with jaduka.com, which is a very known name in B2C platform of education industry. So we have collaborated with them, and by this we are providing the free leads, that is free of cost leads to our agents, so that they can increase their business. So by this way we are just also helping you to embrace your business. So that is the another thing join in campus is doing for their agents. Now moving on to the another thing, uh, I will just go you through with a very initial stage, that how you need to just log in into the agent panel, how you can onboard yourself if you are a new agent. So for that, simply you need to just click on our website, which is www.joinincampus.com, and likewise this you will get a partner sign up form. So if you are a new agent, you have to simply sign up this form, and we will share you the login credentials through email. And if you are a registered partner, then you have to simply click on agent login. I would emphasize each and everyone here as we are precisely working on this tool. So a few things are getting randomly changed. So I would just request you all to log in through Join in Campus website only. So whenever you want to log in agent panel, please go on to www.joinincampus.com and click on this agent login button and always log in your agent panel here only, rather than saving the agent panel login link in your bookmarks or in browser, because that will get outdated sometimes. Once you will click on agent login button, you will get this kind of a screen, and simply you have to register your email id and your password, which is given to you as a part of your credentials. Now the first screen, while accessing or login under agent panel, you will get the first screen as home. So here in this home section, you will get this kind of country wise details, wherein you can get the country wise details. So whatever countries in which joining campus is dealing in, the generic information is available here in this section. So what all are the benefits to study in France, you can access here. The another thing, you want to check the university which are available in respective country, you can always check from the university's link. Any specific scholarships which are on general level, if available, then you can get from here. Country wise document requirement for application or admission, you will get all the information from here, and the visa process is step by step. So this all information you can get from home section. Moving on to the another menu, which will be the dashboard. As I told you, that whatever application you all are submitting, you can get a broader view analysis of those applications here. That's too deal stage wise. So wherever your deal is there into the agent panel, in which of the life stage of that particular deal, you will always get those particular counts here. So suppose, for example, if any agent has put 10 applications through this portal, they will get 10 count here in all applications. Whatever application we marked as incomplete, you will get that particular count here. Same way, applications which are sent by you and we have sent that to school, you will get that particular count here. So likewise, whenever you will just click on this view application button that is highlighted in green on a specific stage, you will get that detailed data below of this section in the listing view. So you can get to know that which student is there, whose application is incomplete or whose admission is rejected, or so on. Likewise this, as I told you, likewise this, you will get all the listing details based on the deal stage you are clicking on. You will get all the information here. Likewise this, that information, if you wish, you can copy. If you want to download it in CSV model, you want to download that is in PDF format, you want to download it in Excel format, you can download anytime. And if you want to print, you can print also. So moving on to the another menu, which is search program. This is very important function. It will help you to give the options to your students and also access the university in which our joining campus is dealing in. One more important point to make here is that day by day we are increasing our universities. So sometime what will happen that you will not get that particular university's detail here or the respective course detail here for that particular school. However, your partner relationship manager has told you about that you can apply. So if in case if you are not getting any school over here, you need to simply connect to your partner relationship manager. stating that this school you are not able to see here, and quickly we will arrange that school availability here, because in background we are working on this tool and we are maintaining the data so far on daily basis. So this is one point I would like to make clear to each and everyone. Okay, how to find out data here? So we have made this section very custom. So as per your desirable filters, you can search out your data. Suppose if your student is willing to apply in a specific school, your student has already decided the school. So you need to simply write the school name here, and you need to simply click on search button. So you need to just put school name here, search college section, and you need to click on search button. You will get the all information related to school here in this particularly section as a outcome or as a search result. The same way, if you want to search something related to country specific, so you can select the country from this particular section, and this is the reset button. If you want to reset any search criteria, you need to simply click on this reset button and your data will get reset. So in select country, you can always make the multi selection. However, as per the data size, and we are having a very huge database, so in country section, there is one criteria which I have already mentioned here, that you can always select maximum 2 countries. So suppose here you are having a list of 20 countries and you want to filter out data from multiple countries, then maximum you have to select 2 countries over here, and the outcome will be presented like this. So only one catch here, you can maximum select 2 countries. In rest all other sections, I'm so sorry, in rest all other sections like tuition fees, like study level stands for bachelor, master, phd, and so on. Courses specialization, you can always do the multi selections with no foundation. Only country is having foundation of 2 criterias. Rest all you can do the multiple selection. Click on search and you will get your desired information available here in below side. Another thing, if you want to only search the information through study level on a program level itself, no, you don't have any countries, you don't want to search anything related to college, you need to simply get the options based on the student preference. If your student wants to do masters, so on so specific course and specialization, you need to simply select these 3 parameters and search. So eventually whatever programs, whatever study level is available in whichever country, in whichever school, you will get the information here. So this section is customized based on a very custom level of filters that will precisely give you the information whichever available. Simple thing, if you want to reset the data, you need to click on this button to reset your search criterias. And this is the hit button. You have to always click on search after putting your desired filtrations, whatever you want to pick it up. I'm so sorry. Okay, moving on to the another very important section. This is especially designed to reduce your work of application, is add student section. I will precisely go through you all in the live portal to give a live example of adding a deal that will make you correlate with this section. So this add student section is there to add your students application, which will uh, directly go to your respective team, whosoever is working on your application, to just validate the things, to rate the applications, to check the documents requirement, and then it will be moved out to school. So let me go into the portal for this for a better clarity. So here is the portal. I'm talking about this section. So let's do a practice to put a deal or put a application. So for this, you have to simply come in this section. You need to click on add student button. Here the thing is deal source. So as I told you in beginning that we are supporting our partners to provide the Jaduka deals, which is a free cost to support their business. So suppose if your conversion of that particular student is through Jaduka deal, then you have to click Jaduka deal as in deal source. And if that is your own sourced student, then you have to simply click self. Here you need to simply put your student name. I'm putting here. You need to simply select the gender, the very basic information of a student, date of birth of the student, mobile number, email ID. So all the basic informations. Country from where student is, student's state and student city. And you need to simply click on save and continue button. So whenever you will just click on this first student information and click on save and continue button, what will happen? This student will stored in your database. So I'm not going further. I'm just moving back to add student section. And here you can see that this student is added here. And now to input the further information and to put the deals to throw to application team, again I have just clicked there and I came back to the section to fill up the further details. So suppose we have heard from more of our agents that sometimes they put the student details, but in between they stuck and they come across with few another work, and that time they have to fill up entire detail again and again. So there is no need to fill up the entire details again and again. If you have stored a student's personal level of information and if you have just click on this button, then your student profile is stored, and then you need to just simply go on to that particular profile, click here, and you can rest fill up the another details. So I will again go here, save and continue. The highest education level. So this is the past education history of the student. Whatever information is mandatory, we have highlighted here with red star, and whatever information that is non-mandatory, you can leave that information. We simply select the prospect of application, the intake in which student wants to apply, the intake year, the country. So suppose student wants to apply in France. Here you will get the list of the schools which we are having partnership in France. So you can select the recommended school from here. You can select the recommended course from here. One more thing, as I told you in beginning that with one student profile you can apply in multiple countries, multiple schools and multiple courses. So if your student wish to apply only in one school in one country, that's pretty fine. But if they want to apply in another countries too, you don't need to create another deal. You need to simply add student preferences here in this section. If you click on this add button, you will get same kind of selection here. So suppose I am putting Spain here, the another country. If he wants to apply again in France, in another school, in any another course, so maximum three different countries, three different school and three different courses a student can apply in a single application. And if you wish to remove this, you can simply remove from here. If any visa refusal in past, yes, no, depends. If yes, then you have to select few more details. Likewise, this, that visa refusal in which country, likewise, and in which month. Okay. Again, you have to simply click on this button, save and continue. And here you have to fill the mandatory documents. So in this section, we have see all the schools are having different criterias, and they will ask for some additional documents that your respective partner relationship manager or assessment team will let you know. And those additional documents you can always send through emails. However, to submit the application, the basic mandatory documents you need to always fill in this section. So whatever the formats are allowed here, whatever the maximum file size is allowed here, we have already written here. So if the document which you are uploading here is not in this particular format or more than this particular file size, you will always get an error, or your process will get in looped only. So you will get this all going processing, and your application would not be submitted. So while submitting the application, please always take care of this extension, valid extension, and the file size. If these criteria are getting met, then your application would be submitted so easily. So here I'm just selecting the documents. Suppose any wrong documents is uploaded here, so you can always click on this remove button, and that document would be removed from this particularly section. So you can make correction always. Again, in this section, we have star, put the star against the mandatory documents, which you have to always fill up. If you are not filling up these documents, the application will not go through. These section are non-mandatories, however these are required ones. So this are based on application to application and the preferences, that in which program student is applying. But as per your application, whatever documents are needed in this particular section, you have to always fill that out in a one go, and then you need to simply click save and submit again. Here you will get one disclaimer. What this disclaimer is saying, that record added successfully, that means your deal is added in this portal successfully for your reference. Please recheck all the field details once, edit if required, and submit the deal by clicking on Save and Submit button below. One note is there. Deal ID creation ensure that your deal has been submitted with us. So by this, what we want to portray is that whenever you have filled all this information is there in your portal, but that is not came to us in a form of application. So before submitting the application, what we wish that you recheck all the information, and if any correction is required, you can make that corrections, because once you will do the final submission of application, you cannot able to edit the information in your deal. So that's why we always wish to recheck the information, and by this you will always come on this first section. So you need to simply check all the information. If that is fine, that's all okay. If that is not fine, you can make like the correction like this. So it will give you chance to edit the information before the final submission. And if everything is fine, you have to click on this button. This arrow is indicating the final submission of your application. So once you will click on this button, you will get this kind of window, that are you sure you will not able to change this data after submit? Please check once again. And when you click on this final submission, yes, send it, your deal would be created with us. And this kind of deal ID would be generated for your reference purpose. So whenever this deal ID is generated, then and then only your file is submitted and reached to us. And if this kind of deal ID is not submitted or not generated, it means that your application is there in your portal only, but that is not reached to us. Likewise, this. In this section, the deal ID is not generated. So these files are there in your portal only, but that is not reached out to us, and we will not able to process these files. However, we this kind of where deal ID is created, that is reached to us, and we will work further. So this was all about the add student section, that how to add a deal. Now, how you would check your deal status further. Once you will add up the deal, this two section will enable. So to check your students progress, that where your deal has been progressed, where the stage is reached to this particular application, here you will get all the fees details. So if any applicable fees amount, application fees amount is there, you will get all that information here. Tuition fees amount you will get along with the currency. As in when the respective application team will progress further with your applications, they will enter all these details here, and you will get those information available here on real time basis. And here in application status, you will get to know that in which stage your file is right now. So suppose if your file is there in enrollment fees stage, you will get this green kind of arrow here. This particular gray color arrow predict that this stage is not applicable. Okay, so suppose if any school the application fees is not required, then you will get the gray color button or arrow here. Green color arrow indicates the current stage of that particular life cycle. And application process states that your application has been moved out from these life cycle channels. I will show you a detailed example for this. Likewise, this. The application is processed from initial document status. We have checked the additional documents too, and we have processed this particularly file from here only. These were the categories which was not applicable in this application, and we have checked that visa approved life cycle stage. So likewise this, you will get to know that where your application is right now, and you can check that at any time, just going into your portal. Again, coming back onto the further sections. The another section is agent profile. So this is about your personal or your registered information in this section. If you want to show your password, you can always check your password from here. And if you want to change your password, you can always simply change from here. Whenever you will just click on this save changes button, you will able to change your password. So this is just to check your own information and to manage them. The another section is news center. As I told you that whatever the current affairs related to our industries, if there are any specific offers, any discounts in fees, any scholarship are going on, then all that kind of information you will get in this particularly section. Again, I will go through you on the portal and get this checked. Likewise, this. All the updated information related to current affair on you will get to know from here. If you'll click on read more, you will be able to read the entire information through these sections. The another section is marketing material. As I told you that we are maintaining the newsletter so that you can refer the school brochures and the videos. If you want to share with your student, you can simply check that information country wise from here. Here for the respective country, you need to simply click on the respective country for which you want to check the information, and in lower side you will get to know this kind of sections. So this section pertains for newsletter. If you want to see any particular newsletter, you can see from here. If you wish to download, even you can download it. The another section is brochure. So for any particular school, you can select the school from here, and if you want to search a particular school wise brochure for a particular course, you can always select from this section. Likewise this, and even you wish you can download from here, and this will be downloaded likewise this. Another section is the video section. Here, related to that country, related to the lifestyle of that particular country, any school related video of that country, you can always find from this section. So this kind of material would help you to convince your student to embrace, and just to extend their confidence in us by this kind of material. If you wish to share, this is always available at a single click and you can download and share. The another section, as I told you, is webinar and training material. So as you know that we always plan schedule the webinars to the industry experts from the school representative, and we always keep those recordings here, and you can simply check that webinar recordings from this sections, from this the school information, also the training information also from this section. So this kind of information you will get from here. These are our webinar videos, so you can simply click and listen to the webinars anytime. This section, if you click here on training material part, so whatever the training material related to this particular country is available, if any school has given any training, that we will upload here. So as I told you in beginning that we are rigorously working on these new sections. So in some section you will not find the data for now, but as we are working on this, so sooner you will get all the relevant information available here. The another section, which is the FAQ section. So currently the France related frequently asked question and their answers we have kept here. However, we are working on this particular section too. So in coming future, you will get all the frequently asked question and answer related to this for country specific in near future. And you can always access those information from here, and we will keep you updated about that. Once this section will be live, we will just give you the heads up on this, and we will share our communication related to this. The another very important feature or menu we have kept here is feedback. So this section we have especially designed for you because we always believes in just make ourselves more better, and for that we always look up to your feedback. So this section would always for yours. So whenever you want to share any feedback related to our services, our tool quality, your partner relationship managers skills, knowledge, anything related that you want us to be work upon and you want to drag our attention, you can always free to write here and share your feedback. This is the live feedback which we are getting, and eventually we will work upon and we'll just come back to you while closure on this. So I would love if you people would share your feedback here. We will surely work upon and we will just work on your recommendation. The another most important menu is Jaduka deals here. As I told you that we are supporting our agents to provide the deals at free of cost from our one of partner, which is jaduka.com. So that particular deals based on your required reasons or state or cities you are looking up to, we are sharing those leads here in this portal itself, and you will get the respective leads which are allocated to you in this kind of format or this kind of view. So simply you will get all the information like student's name, mobile number, student's email ID, student's city, any information which is needed to cater a student is available here. You need to just simply call on the respective student. If you click on this particular button, this button, action button, you will get the broader view of the deal information available. Likewise this. And according whatever calls you have made to just convert that student, whatsoever is the outcome, you can always tap that outcome here and you can select the multiple outcomes. So suppose if you have called to a student and if you seems that your student is interested, you can select student interested and you can always put your remarks here, detailed remarks, so that you will come to know that what is the next action and when you have to take it, and simply click on save changes, and that information will be stored here. Again you can check your information. Likewise this, so entire history based on your connects with the student would be created here, and till the life cycle of a particular deal which needs to be converted. If suppose a student is in follow up, you can simply write here and you can check all the information. If you wish, you can export this data. So whosoever respective agents of ours are getting the deals from Jaduka they have accepted for, they can always export this entire information, this entire data from this particular button, and you will get the accessible file from this particularly section. And accordingly you can manage, analyze your data, you can plan your activities for the day, you can manage that how your team would work on these particular deals, so on. So this was all about from my end of this particularly section. We have created this ppt just to share with you also that you will get to know that all which information is available in which section, what all are the benefits of this particularly section and how to access that, so that you will always follow, you can always refer this ppt for your better information in future. And eventually we are there, so you can always reach out to us in case if you are having any queries through this feedback forms. And also we have created one specific uh, information id wherein you can get the tech support also, so for which I would ask Avni to present about and just inform about that particular id.
Thank you, Dolly, for the presentation and detailed information. So, as you all know, like we have different, team to make your work more easy. So there are two ways, as explained. Like whenever you have a student coming up to you and you have the documents of the student, and now you want the options, like what are the options that you can suggest to a student if he's interested in 1 2 3 countries, whatever it is. So there are two ways, as shown earlier in this presentation. You can always go to our portal and you can search the options by yourself. That is the first thing you can do. And still, if you are confused, you are not getting the correct options and you are not satisfied with the options, our backend team is always there to assist you. For that, you can email all the documents at assessment@joinincampus.com. So once your documents are received, our backend team will be happy to give you all the options related to the profile of a student. And then, you can confirm with the student, like these are the options and which schools you would like to apply. So accordingly, then you can add the student's detail on the portal. So this is the first thing, like assessment at joinincampus.com. For any assessment of the profile, you can always send an email, and we are pretty quick. My backend team is pretty quick in replying you. So you will be getting the options within 24 hours. That is the maximum time I'm saying. But of course, every time you get the answers, even in less than 4 hours or maybe within 4 hours. But yes, you will be getting very quick response. Apart from that, we have another ID, that is support at joiningcampus.com. So if you have any other general queries, or if you are not satisfied with any of the services, or if you are not satisfied, with the behavior or anything of your partner relationship manager, if you are not satisfied with our ongoing services or like that, you can always write an email to support at joiningcampus.com. So my support team will be very happy to solve all your queries, and wherever we are lacking, we will be happy to take your suggestions, and we will be happy to implement the same. Then we are having a technical support team. So if you are having any technical issues regarding the portal or regarding our panel, or if you are not able to select the options, if you are not getting any options from the drop down menu, or whatever queries you are having regarding the portal, or if you think like it should, this particular program is not there, or if you think like this changes needs to be done on the portal, if you want to give any suggestions and like that, so technical related stuff, you can always email at our technical email ID. So that is tech support at joiningcampus.com. Of course, we will be, getting it circulated. We will be sending you one newsletter with all these email IDs for your reference, ready reference. But yes, if you have any technical queries, you can always write an email to tech support at joiningcampus.com. And again, we will be very quick to act on your queries, and you will be getting the reply very quickly. And last but not the least, if you have any queries regarding to your invoicing, regarding to your finance part or like that, then you can always write to accounts at joiningcampus.com. So my financial team, they will be happy to assist you on that. And still, if you are not satisfied with the answers from my support team, from my assessment team, from my finance team, from my technical team, so if you are not at all satisfied, then of course I am always there. I am the Asia and MENA head for Join in Campus. I take care of Asia and Middle East and North American region. So I am based in, of course, Gujarat and in Ahmedabad, but I will be very happy to assist you, and you can always write an email to me. My email ID is avni at joinincampus.com. That is AVANI, avni at joinincampus.com. So you can always send me an email if at all you are not getting any satisfactory answers from any of my team. Definitely you can write me, and my contact number is also mentioned in the chat box, so you can contact me on that number as well. And still, if you think that you are not getting satisfactory answer from me as well, then you can always write to our director, who is Mr. Chetnesh Mishra, and his email ID is chetnesh.mishra@joinincampus.com. So we have a hierarchy. You have lot of options with you. So whatever is your query, write an email to that particular team in order to get a very, very quick response. Once again, I would request all of you that please start adding your students on the portal. We are no more going to accept your file offline. We will not be accepting the files offline. So it will hardly take 5 minutes to add the details on the portal. And as explained to you in very detail, it is in your benefit only if you are adding the student on portal. So I repeat, from 1st of February, if you are giving offline applications, your applications will not be taken into consideration. So please add all your student details on the portal. And if you are facing any difficulty while adding the student, get back to our technical team, get back to your respective PRM, and within 5 or 10 minutes, immediately your details will be, your queries will be solved, and it will be sorted out whatever issues you are having. But yes, we will be providing you this PPT, we will be providing you this recording, so that I am sure, 70 to 80% queries of course will be resolved. And once you add 2 to 3 students, you will get used to it. So I request you that please add your students on the portal only, and from 1st February none of your files will be accepted offline. Okay, now I open up the floor for question and answer sessions. So if you have any questions or like that, you are free to ask the questions. During the webinar session, I have seen that there were many questions which are already answered by my team. But still, if you have more questions, we will be happy to answer all those questions. We will be happy to help you. And just remember, like, we are always available for you. And we want to make your work easy, and that is the reason we have come up with this. Of course, we have just introduced this portal. It has been just few months, so there are few loopholes, and we will be happy if you identify the loopholes and come back to us, and we will be happy to sort it out. We are working on that from our side, but your suggestions are always welcome, because you are the ones who will be working maximum on this profile. So any queries, please free to ask in the chat box, or you can raise your hand. We can unmute you, and you can ask the questions. I open up the floor for question and answer sessions. I did had one query. I did had one question. We have our network globally. So we not only work with associations in India, associates in India, sorry, but we work with associates worldwide. So few of the associates of different nationalities, they have this concern, like we are not able to see a particular program or particular school. So, as mentioned in earlier in this presentation, that if it has been suggested by the assessment team that you can apply and still you are not able to see those options, please get back to us, because there might be some issues and we will immediately rectify that. But if it is not suggested and if you are not able to see that, which means that particular university is not accepting the students from your nationality, and that is the reason you are not able to see those options. So we have designed our portal like that only. You will be able to see only those universities and programs that are available for your nationality. Sometime it may happen, like we might be wrong, mistakenly we have hidden that, and it is available for your student. In this case, just get back to us and we will rectify that immediately. I did had one question, what about if the student is 10 plus 3, that is, he has done 10 plus 2 plus 1 year of diploma. So, of course, instead of bachelor's, you can upload diploma mark sheets and certificates. That is fine. That's not an issue. Yes, Mr. Mohammed, please ask your question, like what question you are having. Shraddha, I had a message from you that you are not able to see the Jaduka deals and you logged in again. And so I just wanted to cross verify or please cross check whether you have requested for the leads or not. Because if you have requested for the leads, then and then only it will be allotted to you, and then only you can see those leads on your portal. So if you really wish to receive leads of your regions, please contact your respective partner relationship manager and just say to them that you are interested to receive the leads. And once you give your confirmation, from the very next day you will start receiving the leads for the region you have confirmed. So until and unless you don't confirm, you won't be receiving the leads. Yes, to rectify the countries that are not on the agent portal, you can send that on either of the ID. You can either send it on tech support@joinincampus.com or support@joinincampus.com. So your query will be attended immediately and it will be sorted out. And as we say, like, we will be happy to share the leads. We will be happy to grow because we always believe like together we grow stronger. And that's the reason we assist our associates, because if you grow, definitely joining campus is going to grow. So that's the reason we have done the partnership with jaduka.com, and we are buying the leads from them, and but we are giving you free of cost, and the leads quality is really very good. We are getting very good response from our associates who are working on these leads. So I would like more and more of you request for the leads, and it is really very great. So please you can request for the leads and you can start working on that. I did had one question, like how can we apply several applications? So I don't know like whether you are asking for one student applying to different countries and like that, or of many students. So if there are different students, you will have to add one by one all the students, like every new student will be added newly. And if it is the same student who wants to apply to 2 3 programs or two to three countries, then definitely as shown in this presentation earlier, you can add, and you can add the country and program from there. Yes, like we have a request that can you please add more information regarding the eligibility criteria and initial deposit and application fees and all. Definitely within next 15 to 20 days, all this information will also be available. And where it will be available, so you go to a particular country like France. In that, when you click on universities, all the universities will be displayed. And now if you want to have an information of a particular school, click on that school, that is Schema Business School. In Schema Business School, you will be having a list of all the programs that are available. And if you want more information of a particular program, click on that program and you will get all the detailed information regarding the course modules, eligibility and everything. These things needs to be added, and we are working on the same. So as I said, like maximum within 15 to 30 working days, this details will also be there on the portal. If you want to add an additional SOP, like I had that question that if a student is applying for 2 to 3 universities or schools, there will be different SOPs for all the schools. Of course, a general SOP will not done, and in SOP you can only upload one SOP. So in this case, what I will suggest, like you already know that your student is going to apply for 3 different schools. So what I will suggest you that, you name the SOP, like if a student wants to apply to Schema Business School, you name Schema Business School SOP, Rains Business School SOP, and Toulouse Business School SOP. You name like this, and you upload it in a zip folder, or you merge all the three and you upload all the three together. So this is the solution. You can upload all the three SOPs by merging, or by in a zip folder, and we will receive it. So I hope like maximum of the questions we have answered, and thank you all of you for the part of this webinar, and thanks a lot for all your questions. Once again, I say that please add your students' details on the portal. From 1st of February, we won't be accepting any offline applications. Your suggestions, your feedback is always welcome, and we will be very happy to assist you for any of your queries. We are always there for you 24/7. So please, whatever are your queries, send on the respective email IDs, and we will make sure it is answered as soon as possible within 24 hours. So thank you all of you. And once again, please add your student on the portal. It is very user friendly. Thank you. Thank you all for being part of this webinar. Thanks.